Hello, everyone. I am Zach. This is Sasha. This is Repent TV, guys. This video that you're about to watch, I had filmed an entire intro for it. I had did the whole thing. I was out on the beach, and then for some reason, when I got home, the video just doesn't work. The audio is just messed up. I'm gonna be by myself in this video. Sasha was in Bangkok and running around doing stuff, so she left me all by myself. But anyways, today I'm going to be going over a few things that I think are a little weird. They're not bad, they're not good. They're just things that I find strange or peculiar here in Thailand, and those are just things I wanted to talk about. Nothing big, just kind of just small things here and there that I think are interesting. Cat, the cat. Mm-hmm. Yes. Okay, like I said, so hope you enjoyed the video. Leave a thumbs up if you want to see more videos and stuff like that. Subscribe and stuff like that. And whoa, that cat is tripping. All right, guys, we gotta go. Now, like I said, the things that I mentioned on this list are not good or bad. They are just a little annoying or weird to me. And 9 times out of 10, they're done by foreigners like myself. So I probably fall into a lot of these categories, and I'm just so oblivious to the things around me that I don't realize that I'm doing them. And that's going to be the very first one that I talk about. And that's just how oblivious people can be to their surroundings. And it's not like you have to be on notice every moment of the day, but it's small things. Like sometimes you see this path that I'm walking on, you see how big this path is. Sometimes, and by sometimes I mean a lot of the time, you'll be on a path like this and there'll be a group of 4, 5 people walking. You'll be behind them, and then for some reason they just decide to stop dead in the middle of the thing and they don't move. Like, it happens way more frequently than you would think, like every single day of my life, and it gets annoying, and it gets annoying really quickly. So that's number one, being oblivious to your surroundings. And it just kind of makes you look like a jerk when you're walking and you just stop and you force everyone to go around you because you and your group decided that you want to stop in the only walk path that goes both directions. Of course, there's going to be the obvious difference between cultures, like the way that people get around, for instance. And one of the main ways people get around here in Thailand is motorbikes. Motorcycles, motorbikes, scooters, whatever you want to call them. That's the main mode of transportation here in Thailand, and something that I've come to notice. And once again, this isn't weird. It might be a little weird, but it's not annoying, it's not bad, it's not anything, but it's just something that I've come to notice. And one of those things are whenever you're riding or you're looking or maybe you're at the beach, you notice that a lot of Thai people, they have road rash. And I know it seems like such a small thing, but I think after I've noticed it uh, the like 10th, 20th time, I was like, oh wow, of course everyone has road rash, because when your main mode of transportation is going to be motorbike, everyone that rides a motorcycle or a motorbike knows that it's not about if you fall, it's about when you fall. So the fact that everyone has road rash, or a lot of people have road rash, it should come as an obvious thing, but it's something that you notice after time, and it's not something people really talk about. So if you do plan on visiting Thailand, just know that the odds are not necessarily in your favor, and you might walk away with a little bit of road rash. So be careful and wear the proper gear whenever you're riding a motorbike. Now, I know this is something that I've said and many people have said before you, but there's obviously going to be a language difference whenever you do decide to move to another country, whether that be Thailand or somewhere else that's a non-English speaking country, or whatever your native tongue may be. People are going to speak a different language. Now, something that annoys me, that I think is a little weird, and maybe it's just, once again, something that people are completely oblivious to, is whenever you're talking to someone who doesn't speak your language, maybe try to simplify the way that you talk to them. Now, when I say simplify, I mean just the way that you talk to people. Hold up. There's a thing. It's one of the beauties of this place is that a lot of the time there's people driving in trucks that are just blaring like a person talking on a speaker. But back to what are we talking about? Once again, I'm not saying like you have to talk to people like they're dumb. Actually, don't talk to people like they're dumb. People, no matter what language they speak, they know when you're talking to them like they're dumb. If you're like, hey, oh, do you understand what I'm saying? People know when they're being talked to like an idiot. Don't do that. What I'm saying is simplify the way that you talk. It's weird when people use like idioms and different like slangs to people who don't speak their language when they're trying to explain themselves or ask a question. And it's like, do you understand that this person, this is not their native tongue? Speak to them as if you're trying to acquire information or whatever it is, but don't make it more difficult when you see it in their eyes. They're like, I don't know what it is that you're saying. Also, repeating words over and over and over again when someone is looking at you like they don't understand what you're saying is an obvious, like, no go, bro. If someone was like, "Hey man, have you ever been to the kerfuffle?" and they're like, "What?" You're like, "The kerfuffle, kerfuffle, come on!" It's like, just because you repeat it doesn't mean I understand you. So just be mindful how you talk to people. Back onto the topic of motorbikes, and also very similar to number one, but not necessarily quite the same, is going to be the way that people drive when they're on motorbikes and how weird it is that, well, let me preface this real quick. When you're in Thailand, you'll come to notice that people are on what you like to call Thai time. And Thai time is that everything happens very slowly. Now, the only time people do not move slow when they're in Thailand is when they are behind the wheel of a motorbike. As soon as they get behind a motorbike, for some reason, everyone gets kicked into high gear and they want to move as fast as they can. Whether it's foreigners on motorbikes or it's people from Bolt giving you a motorbike taxi ride, no matter what it is, people on motorbikes seem to ride like madmen. And if they don't almost kill you, then maybe they're not doing their job correctly. Now, there's other things that happen on motorbikes that I sometimes find a little weird. And one of those things is going to be how, excuse me, and one of those things is going to be how people tend to weave in and out of traffic or make sudden stops in the middle of the road or blow through red lights because why not? Like, the traffic laws here are suggestions at the very best. So if you are a cautious driver, maybe stick to taxis and don't get behind the wheel of a motorbike because it might kill you. And I don't know about you, but I don't want you to die. Now, I'm sure a lot of you fellas know that a big reason why you decide that you're going to come to Thailand is because you want to talk to the ladies here in Thailand, and that's absolutely 100% okay. But one of the weird things that happens here in Thailand, and I'm sure it happens other places too, but maybe I'm just more tuned and locked in here in Thailand, so I've noticed it way more. But whenever you run into other men, maybe you make eye contact, maybe you're walking down a path and y'all are both coming the same direction, and I don't know, every time you have like a male interaction and the testosterone is boosting and their alpha male genes are running and they're just like hulked out of their mind. Every interaction with a man seems like it's like a dick measuring contest, and like they have to prove something to you, whether that be not moving out of the way if you're both walking down a narrow corridor, not even moving, just one of these things to like let somebody pass by when you're both walking down the same tiny stretch of a path, walking directly down the center and making everyone go around you, especially if you are another member of the male species. It's just it's like I said, it's just like an all around dick measuring contest at all times. And I'm like, I didn't travel across the world to fight you for a make believe contest in your head of who's the most manly man in Thailand. So um, I pass. I will always be the one who backs down because I literally do not care. Now, they do not call this the Land of Smiles because all Thai people are a-holes. They call it the Land of Smiles because of how nice the Thai people are, how they greet you with a warm smile. They're willing to help you if you need it, guide you into the right direction, and send you down the path of righteousness. I'm kidding, but Thai people generally are very nice. Of course, you're going to run into your sourpuss here and there, but for the most part, Thai people, very kind. Now, this next part, I don't know if it's just a me thing or maybe somebody else has noticed it, but there are very small things that I'm used to in America, and I don't know how it is in other Western countries, but I'm very used to it in America, that is kind of weird when I first got here and I realized that people didn't really do. And I know it's probably such an insignificant thing that it shouldn't even be on this list, but it means something to me, and I don't know why, but it does. And that is opening doors for people. And that's something that I just noticed that people that I run into don't necessarily do, whether they're Thai or foreign. When I got here to Thailand, people Another one. And opening doors for people is just something that I've done my entire life. I don't care if you're a man, woman, or child. If I'm walking through a door before someone who's behind me, I maybe open the door and let them pass through first, just as a courtesy. That's just something that I've done my entire life. So when I got here and literally no one does this, maybe I just ran into some weird potatoes, but it just never happens to me. And I think it's the strangest thing because everybody is so nice about everything else. But for some reason, when it comes to opening doors, that's where they draw the line. Get through your own door, hold your own door. I don't know. It's weird to me. It's weird. I know it doesn't matter, but it's weird. That's it.